A win is a win, especially when it's your first win of the season. That's how the Lady Spartans felt last night after beating Wellston 40-39 in dramatic fashion. Alexander hit the road looking for revenge on a Golden Rockets team that beat them by 9 back in December. With just 6 seconds left and the score tied at 39, Spartan sophomore Marilyn Rankin drew a foul and the game couldn't have gotten any more tense. She sank the first shot. The second shot bounced off the rim. Wellston got the rebound and raced down the court. As time expired, Jordan Davis shoots and the ball hits the rim as the buzzer goes off. Alexander travels to Vinton County next week hungry for another win. And just speaking of Vinton County, as one team is bound to eventually win a game, another team is, well, bound to lose a game. Going into last night's game, the Lady Vikings were the only team in the TVC Ohio with an unblemished conference record. But, like Alexander, Athens had revenge on the mind. With the conference crown within reach, the Bulldogs weren't about to just let the Vikings just take it. Athens proceeded to pull out to a 55-40 victory over the Vikings. Both teams have just one conference loss at this point, and every game is a must-win for both squads in order to capture the conference title. And speaking of conference titles, with a Vinton County loss, there have been some changes at the top of the TVC Ohio in girls basketball. Athens grabbed the #1 spot in the TVC Ohio with their victory. Nelsonville York held on to the #3 spot with a huge 63-23 win over 4th place Megs. Wellston and Alexander hold 5th and 6th respectively in the conference. And on over to the boys' Friday night high school basketball lineup, only one game tonight hasn't been postponed. In the TVC Hawking, looking to battle for one of the top spots, South Gallia will have to beat Wahama on the road. All other TVC Ohio and TVC Hawking games have been canceled for tonight. And for all your local coverage on everything high school basketball, be sure to check out Brad Appleton and the entire Hardwood crew this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. to catch all the latest highlights, scores, and updates on your Athens County basketball teams. Now, the common theme last night seems to be drama in high school basketball, and well, in the college hoops, there was definitely no shortage of drama at the Convocation Center. With less than a second left in overtime, Tanisha Benson sank a free throw and led the Lady Bobcats to a 72-71 win over Akron. And it was no surprise that this game went to OT, though. In field goal attempts, Ohio went 26 for 61, and Akron was 26 for 60. In three-point attempts, both teams went 7 for 16. So, with nearly identical field goal and three-point percentages, it's only natural that the difference in this game was a free throw. And up until Benson's trip to the charity stripe, both teams were 12 of 18 in free throws. Benson scored a season-high 23 points and led Ohio in playing time with 38 minutes.
When players want the ball, you just get them the ball. So we ran a ton of ball screen action with her because they had a hard time guarding her. And then what we did, if they tried to go under, which they did a couple of times, we sent her a shooter on that corner.
Cats stopped a 3-game losing skid with the win and will look to build off this victory as they play host to Toledo this Sunday. Over on to men's hoops, after a rout of Kent State on Wednesday night, the Bobcats are hoping that they can maintain that level of intensity for the rest of conference play. The true test, though, is tomorrow. The Battle of the Bricks will be hitting the hardwood as rival Miami comes to town. Miami is looking to rebound after a tough loss to Bowling Green, but it won't be easy as they're facing an Ohio team that is ranked 5th nationally in turnover margin, 10th in steals per game, and 10th in three-point field goal percentage defense. Not to mention, the Bobcats still have that sour taste of being swept by Miami last year.
One down. We got to be ready to go at 2 o'clock on Saturday. I can't emphasize that enough. You know, very easy when you win a game like this, regardless of opponent, when everything goes right, to swallow the poison of success.
The Red Hawks will be on the prowl to stop DJ Cooper, who is just one of a few players nationally with a triple-double this season. Ohio is 9-1 at home, with their only loss coming from Robert Morris. And in just about an hour, Ohio will be welcoming a ranked Kent State wrestling team to the Convo for their 67th all-time meeting. The Bobcats are in search of their 2nd consecutive win and to draw even in the MAC. The Golden Flashes enter the match after winning the Virginia Duels. It'll be a tough matchup, though, for the Bobcats, as Kent State has posted a 24-0-1 record against MAC opponents since the 2005-2006 season. And now, over onto the ice. Before the hockey team can kick off a long homestand next weekend here at Ohio, they need to travel to Missouri to tangle with the Lindenwood Lions. It's a battle of the last two Central States Collegiate Hockey League champions and the last road trip for Ohio. It's also another chance for the Bobcats to beat a team ranked above them in the polls, something they haven't done this season. Lindenwood jumped ahead of Ohio this past weekend after sweeping Central Oklahoma. But with a pair of wins over the Lions, the Bobcats could put themselves in control of the league. The puck drops tonight at 7:30 in Wentzville. Now, ladies, as you could tell, there's thrillers last night. There's bound to be a thrill tomorrow. Miami, it's going to be a good game.
All right, thanks, Rachel, and stay tuned tonight on WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up next on your public television station. At that weather tonight, we can see that it's only going to be around 30 degrees out there, and it's going to be snow, freezing rain, sleet. Be careful with that winter weather advisory and winter storm warning following until tomorrow. Looking tomorrow, 38 degrees once we reach out of those weather warnings. And looking at the 7-day forecast, really cold all the way up until Tuesday and Thursday of next week. We can see it's going to be warming up. Thanks, Brianna, and that does it for our broadcast on the 20th of January 2012. Thanks for watching. For Brianna DiPilato, Rachel Hoops, and Stephanie Hyatt, I'm Eleni Lazarus. You can get the latest news and weather on the WOUB Radio Network, and you can view our program anytime online at woub.org. Have a great night.
When a giant falls,
I lost her in